Well, I don't think mine's going to be that interesting. It's about my morbid curiosity on Gooners.
Gooners, you say?
Gooners? Well, the Jarlings love gooning, so just goon away, will you?
So, I'm really, really obsessed at the moment with the idea of having a timeline of of Gooners.
The history of gooning.
The history of gooning. So what I found so far is Hans Christian Andersen is the first recorded Gooner.
Oh, is this what this tweet was referencing?
Yes.
Can you explain what you meant by it?
So obviously he was an author, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he had this thing where he'd go to brothels and would just jerk off.
For like hours on end?
Yeah, and he would record his jerk sessions in a diary and rate them. This is gooning behaviour, am I right? So, like, clearly, this is like 1840s.
That is textbook gooner, I mean.
Exactly. This is the first actual case we have.
And what year was it, sorry?
Like 1840s. Like, this is the first proper goon.
Pre-internet gooning.
Pre-internet gooning.
Like ahead of the curve.
That would be like
mindset.
Drawings and stuff.
Yeah.
Picasso, quick, do me a...
So, like, my question is, like, we've got evidence to support him gooning. So who was the first? Who was before him? Who came?
Surely, if you think about it, there must be like some caveman that's like, damn, this shit's awesome, and he just sat there like
all the caveman drawings on the walls. He's just like, it's goon cave. Yeah, that's where it fucking started.
No, but we don't have evidence of that. We don't actually have like a fact. We don't have a proper fact that this was a gooner. It's like you think of the ancient Romans, right? They were
gooners.
But they weren't. Because they just fucked their own sisters and all of that. They didn't. They
Can you
weren't
imagine
gooning.
if we went on like a historical journey to like some like deep caves in Scotland, like looking for murals of like early cavemen?
Yeah, it's like the start of Prometheus. Like
Yeah.
we're scouring the planet for their earliest goon proof.
We found it.
So I'm just.
No, what about the guy at Pompeii? There's that like the guy that got scorched in lava. He's like,
ash, yeah. Was he jerking off at the same time?
yeah. Well, it looks like he's grabbing his dick and coming, as he got like immortalized in the form of magma.
See, that
lava.
would be a good case to prove a gooner, but we don't know how long he did it for. It might have been his last.
Well,
moment.
yeah, no. The theory is that he saw that
He's
like
fucked.
the world was on fire and like that place was just fucked, and he was like, "Fuck it." And he just started gooning.
Yeah, have
That's
you
a
ever had
good
like
case.
dreams like that where it's like a nuke's going off or some apocalyptic event? Like what are you gonna do in that moment? Just like stare at it, or are you gonna whip your dick out and start just pumping?
It's the Chad move. It is the Chad move, though. If you're gonna die, you might as well just make it your
Yeah,
bitch.
especially if like in a like with the Pompeii guy, like he is just immortalized. Nobody knows anything about him.
But he was.
The fact is, there is a guy that was gooning upon death, upon not only
The
death,
most
but
famous gooner in a way.
yeah.
History's first recorded gooner.
That might be history's first, and I'm just. This needs to be investigated by scientists. We need historians to combine their efforts together and create the goon timeline. We need memorabilia of the gooners.
Saying this, I think it's kind of on you. You need to be the scientist that does this, the historian.
Yeah, this can be your like thesis. Go to uni and write like a paper on it. The first gooner. The history of gooning.
Because clearly, if we're gooning now, we must have gooned then. This can't be a new thing. Gooning has to be an integral part of the human mind.
Mm-hmm.
So there must be a point where it started.
It's like all this crazy shit's existed for a long time, but we just know about it now because on the internet, all the groups, so these people can like communicate now.
And with the way it's going, gooning is going to become more common. When we're strapped into VR machines 24/7, people are just going to goon all day, every day. This is the future we're looking at, and we need to discover the origins before we reach the future. We need to learn gooning.
Is there like a hidden society that fell to gooning? Like the society crumbled. They reached this huge peak, but they discovered
how
gooning.
Rome fell.
Yeah. Yeah, they discovered gooning and then it all fell apart. We're getting there.
It is.
Like it's the cycle is repeating itself. The
every
goon cycle.
every civilization crashes. Some will never be seen again.
Yeah.
But it's gooning.
Yeah, gooning is the crux, the Achilles heel of society.
Yeah, actually turns out like the Aztecs, that was what took them down.
The apocalypse we fear isn't.
Yeah, it
zombies.
isn't some nuclear thing or some comet smashing the Earth. It's us all sticking on VR helmets and just getting fucked.